Do you love flying, airplanes, and history as much as I do? If so, the Warbird Air Museum is an absolute must-see. I'm Kathy Huang, your host, and I'm thrilled to give you a tour of this incredible museum of aviation history. Plus, today we have a very special treat. Some of their vintage aircraft are actually going to be going up in the sky, so we'll be able to experience it firsthand. Come on, let's go check it out. Bob, thank you so much for having us at your Veterans Open House. I see it's a great success. Lots of people here to enjoy the beautiful aircraft. Bob, I would love to know the history of the Warbird Air Museum. Could you tell us a little bit how you guys got started?
Sure. It's back in 1977. 12 like-minded aviation people who flew Warbirds, military airplanes, got together at River Ranch, and they said, we need to do more than just go out on the weekend and fly. We need to preserve these airplanes, preserve the artifacts, preserve the memory of the people who flew them for future generations.
Yeah.
So in 1977, they established the Valiant Air Command, which is along the lines of the Commemorative Air Force.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
It's the same type of structure.
Okay. Well, Bob, I'm so excited to see all the planes and all the activity that's going on today. Can you take us on a tour right now?
I'd love to do that.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go over this way.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Kathy, I wanted to stop by here. This is an MQ-1 drone from Afghanistan.
Oh, wow.
We're one of the few museums in the world that actually have an actual MQ-1. Our only disappointment was they didn't send us the Hellfire missiles.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit too much, right? Yeah.
Let me take you over here. This is one of our recent additions to the museum. 2 weeks ago, it actually flew in here from the carrier. It's the second largest helicopter. It's called a Sea Dragon.
It is so large.
88,000 pounds, 3 engines. Look how big it is. I mentioned that we have about a dozen airplanes we fly.
Yes.
Right behind us are 2 of them. Both of them the old World War II airplanes, Stearmans, that the Army Navy trained in World War II. The yellow one is an old Stearman. It's painted exactly the way it was when Senior President George Bush flew it at Corpus Christi.
Really?
It's got the exact same markings.
Wow.
And then, of course, the Red Baron. This is our Wingwalker, and he'll be flying later on today, twice, a couple times.
Yeah, I'm
and
excited
maybe
to see that.
The yellow Stearman may come out also. I mentioned it earlier, our oldest airplane is right above us.
Yeah, right there.
It's the Ben Epps, Dr. Ben Epps, 1907.
Wow, that's
just
incredible.
a few years after the Wright brothers,
Wow,
Dr. Epps soloed in this airplane in Georgia.
And then I see there's a couple of simulators here.
We do. This is our C-47 flight simulator, which looks like our flagship that's down at Stewart flying. This flight simulator is the original flight simulator that everybody used to train for World War II.
Wow. We would love to know how the public could support the museum and how we can help. Can you let us know all the ways that the public can get involved?
I had mentioned earlier that we live on volunteers. Everybody here is a volunteer, and we're always looking for additional volunteers to help out.
Wow.
You don't have to have a special skill. We'll train you, but if you're a mechanic or airplane repair person, we always are looking for additional volunteers.
Wonderful. And then you do take memberships too,
We do
right?
have memberships.
And then people who come into the museum, the admission fees, that all goes to support.
We're basically supported by admission fees and memberships and donations.
And we're standing here in the Vietnam War Memorial, and there's a lot of memorabilia besides the planes in the hangar. And I'm really glad we're ending up here because I see your picture on the wall when you were in the Air Force, right?
Air Force in Vietnam.
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
And you were flying a helicopter?
In the Mohawk.
In the Mohawk. So this is an airplane.
That's an airplane.
Okay.
It's a twin-engine turboprop airplane.
Okay, great. Yeah, so this is the perfect place to end our tour. Thank you so much, Bob, for taking us on the tour.
I
really enjoyed the whole day. Your museum is fabulous, so everyone come on out. Thank you for joining me today at the Veterans Open House. The Warbird Air Museum does such an amazing job preserving our nation's air history and honoring the legacy of our veterans. I am so grateful to these courageous men and women for their sacrifices that have secured our freedom. I'm Kathy Huang, your host, and until next time, keep soaring toward your American dream.